motorsport, demanding on both driver and machine. Popular since the invention of the car. The excitement, the color, the heart-pounding throb of high-performance machinery. It is this constant challenge that attracts millions of race fans globally each year. In the ever-changing world of motorsport, nothing remains the same. Drivers constantly strive to outperform the competition and themselves. Through racing, automobile manufacturers are also challenged and respond with leading-edge technology, developing better aerodynamic styling, more efficient engines and brakes, and exotic new high-tech systems for their cars. General Motors is changing to meet today's challenges with exciting new products, new concepts in management, and expansion into advanced technology firms like GM Hughes Electronics, Group Lotus, and EDS. Throughout the company, wherever we are in the world, the key element of our success remains the men and women of General Motors. This is certainly evident at General Motors Canada. Its youthful, vibrant team of professionals is dedicated to product excellence today and imaginative ideas for tomorrow. One of those ideas represents a brand new direction for the Canadian operation, GM Motorsport. And it's become a reality for 1986. There has always been a marriage between automobile manufacturers and competition driving. In America, Gaston Chevrolet made his mark at Indianapolis back at the turn of the century. In the 1970s, GM products raced against other domestic manufacturers in the Trans Am series, giving birth to the Pontiac Trans Am. Buick engines went to Indianapolis as stock block V6 turbos, and in 1985 captured pole position. During the past few years, a one-make Chevrolet Camaro Showcase Race Series was developed for international driving stars, using a specially built silhouette racer. Out of this program came the IROC Camaro. Also in America, showroom stock endurance racing has evolved, taking on all comers, including Porsche, BMW, Mercedes, Ford, and Chrysler. The Chevrolet Corvette has proven to be the dominant force. In Europe, GM Dealer Sport has brought the GM dealers for Opel and Vauxhall into racing prominence and ultimately helped to sell a lot of cars. In Canada, we have done it the Canadian way by taking the concept of showroom stock racing. That is, taking cars right off the showroom floor, adding a few safety modifications, and putting them into a unique Chevrolet versus Pontiac racing series. It has taken the skills of a lot of people from many parts of General Motors and its dealers to successfully launch this. Motorsport is an activity that brings everyone together. From the engineering side, a race series of this magnitude requires considerable thought. How will the car be specified? What options would make the available performance viable for the racetrack? Will the car, in fact, work on the track? Are these automobiles to be nothing more than clever styling? People like Al Grando, Martin Shenhall, and Director of Engineering Ted Robertson believe that General Motors builds a world-class car, more than capable of meeting the challenge of the racetrack. The only consideration was to specify the best sports model for the job, while taking into consideration the car must be affordable. This was to be no mega-buck, especially created million-dollar racer. Neither was it to be the work of some engineers in a back room devising something the public might think to be a standard car, but in reality is a combination of exotic hardware and non-standard parts. Following these guidelines, the cars were selected. L69HO engines in the IROC Camaro and Trans Am chassis, with the standard handling packages, 16-inch wheels, and original equipment tires. GM Engineering had to be careful, however. While each part of the car had to be standard, it was also important to control the vehicle's definition. Too often, in showroom stock racing, it is possible for the astute competitor to select parts and work to the limit of the regulations to produce cars that far exceed the performance envelope of showroom products. Sealing the engines prior to installation will ensure these power plants are equal in the factory and on the track.
The following is a sportscast aired on CFTO, a CTV National Network affiliate, February 5th, 1986, the press announcement date of the Players Challenge Series.
All the cars in the Players Challenge Series will be General Motors IROC Z Camaros and Pontiac Trans Ams. The cars will be built and tested for uniformity, so no driver will have an advantage in horsepower. GM will supply the vehicle, parts, and service through local dealerships.
It's an opportunity for affordable racing in very competitive cars. The cars are going to be exactly equal, so it will become very much a driver's series, but it will be a series where the drivers actually own their own cars.
The Players Challenge Series will feature 7 races with over $200,000 in prize money up for grabs. And it'll give Canadian drivers an excellent opportunity to develop their skills.
I think we got a competitive series here. 30, 40 cars at the starting grid, all going into turn 1. For the spectators, and therefore for the sponsors, it should be very appealing. And it's finally given Canadian drivers that opportunity to expand and do some exciting competitive racing.
You own a car that can be fixed at a local body shop. It's not a specialty car where you have to buy special parts from England or California to fix it. So it's a car that, as I look at it, I can be a businessman during the week and I can go racing on the weekend and become a weekend racer.
The series is open to all drivers with a Class A CASC racing license and 1-year experience. It kicks off the weekend of May 17th in Mosport Park, where 5 of the races will take place. The other 2 will be held in conjunction with the Molson Indy races in Toronto and Quebec. Joe Tilley, CFTO Sports.
Through the untiring efforts of the men and women of General Motors Canada, we are about to witness an exciting new direction. We're proud, and we're going to show it on the most difficult automotive proving ground of all, the racetrack. Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.